Hey, welcome back to Brian, your car guy. Almost 30 years in the automobile retail side of things and 10 years in the automotive repair side of things. So guess what? I see a lot of inventory and you're going to absolutely love our episode because we're going to cover common questions for you. It's like my own episode of Mythbusters, and starting with number one myth: used cars aren't a good deal and they don't offer good financing. Absolutely don't believe that. We have a tremendous resource of lenders for vehicles. Really, the difference is when you purchase a new car and they offer manufacturer financing, absolutely, they'll allow more months, lower interest rate. But on your used cars, your credit unions and your banks, your credit unions for sure are definitely very competitive. They never touch the vehicle. They don't know the condition of the vehicle. They're just buying VIN and miles. So really all it comes down to, what's the year of the vehicle? What's the miles on it? Because the higher the miles, the older the vehicle, your banks feel like that's a higher risk for them. If you buy a vehicle with 250,000 miles on it, I've got financing for you. Fifth, you don't need to have your vehicle inspected. Totally wrong. If you watch all my videos, I encourage you to get a third party to check out your vehicle. When you are buying from a reputable dealer, I run them through my shop. I check them out because I want to know what I'm selling you. I want to protect my reputation. With that being said though, my mechanics, they're humans. We're selling machines. So I encourage you, I actually have you sign a form upon taking ownership of your vehicle that you were informed to get this checked out by a third party. I can't express that enough, regardless who you're buying from. Matter of fact, if you're buying off your neighbor, if you're buying off a Facebook marketplace, if you're buying off the street, shake hands, leave a deposit under a contingency of under the inspection of this vehicle, and then we'll wrap up that deal. Highly encourage it. Myth: used cars do not come with warranties. Absolutely don't believe that. Now, that just depends on the reputable dealership that you're going to. Even your new car dealers on their used cars might not have a warranty. I myself, where I strictly sell used cars, all of our cars come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty. This way you don't feel like you're purchasing a vehicle on a 10-minute test drive. I call it a 3-month test drive. Now, again, you want to pay attention to what those coverages are. For example, on our car lot, if you have engine, transmission failure, TrustFamilyAutos sales will back up that car up to $1,000. Remember, we also encourage you to get that vehicle checked out by a third party because we are humans that sell machines. So again, it's not necessarily that you're buying a used car and it doesn't come with a warranty. It's where are you buying the car from and do they offer a warranty with the vehicle? Myth: used cars have a poor resale value. I gotta chuckle about that. So the reality is, which used car are we speaking about? Is it a certain manufacturer? Is it that manufacturer, that brand that has these common reputable issues with them? For example, not putting anybody on blast, but recently we had an issue with and that was the car where, not the push start, but if you only had the key, when they manufactured the cars, they didn't have a anti-theft device, so they became the #1 stolen vehicle. I definitely know in our bi-state area. So guess what that did? Totally depreciated the value and skyrocketed the insurance cost. So on that particular myth, yes and no. A lot depends on the manufacturer, make and model, and common issues with that vehicle. Myth: you'll get your best used car price online. That's actually a great statement on there. I actually feel that if you do your due diligence and shop for the vehicle that you're looking for online, you're going to get a greater peace of mind and knowledge about it as if you were in person looking for that vehicle. Now you got to remember though, with that statement, are you comparing apples with apples? When you're looking at this manufacturer and this model, is it an SLT? Is the other one an SLT? Are they different trim models? So the one thing about used cars, unlike new cars, you can look at 1,000 new cars and they can have the same MSRP on all 1,000 of the cars, just different colors. But in used vehicles, no two used vehicles are the same, okay? You can have the same year, make, and model, trim level. Are they the same miles? How is the wear and tear? So going back to the original question about finding the best price online, I just think it's a great network and research item for you to start getting yourself a price check for all your shopping needs. Myth: used cars cost more than what they're worth. I don't believe that. I can only believe that is if you buy the car and then the next thing you find out is you got $3,000 in repairs within the first 2 weeks. Then you would have overpaid for the car and that would cost too much. So no, again, speaking of used cars, you're buying these vehicles at a depreciated price. Maybe when COVID happened and there was a limited production with semiconductors, there's no doubt in my mind, used car prices went through the roofs. But just like stocks, they fluctuate. So as a consumer, you do the best you possibly possibly can to get the best deal possible. And always remember what the best deal is. If you're happy with what you bought and you're happy with what you paid for it, then that's a good deal. Myth: Carfax will tell me everything I need to know about my next purchase. Absolutely not. However, I do praise Carfax. They are definitely the OG, the original, in giving the consumer peace of mind. As dealers, I know personally I use a company called AutoCheck. I'm so glad that this myth was brought up. Yes, they do the best darn job, but nothing is ever 100%. Sometimes on Carfax, you can get mixed reviews on what AutoCheck says. So let me ask you this. You call into the car lot, they tell you it's 3 owners and 1 accident. You hear 1 accident and you run away. You never go into the car lot. Or do you show up because you heard it's a 1-owner car, you drive 45 minutes to get here, and then you realize, man, this paint doesn't look right. So even though it says no accidents, it looks visible to you. Either way, how does each scenario play on your emotions? So at the end of the day, no, Carfax is not 100% precise. Again, absolutely love them. They revolutionized the way to give you peace of mind, but no. Myth: when you purchase a vehicle and if it doesn't work out, it's easy to return. Absolutely not. When you purchase a used vehicle, you are signing a legal binding contract. You are the age of 18 and above. You are making a decision as an adult. Some dealers will advertise 72-hour exchange policy. Ask questions, because everything always sounds beautiful, and that's what entices you to do these things. So ask questions. Again, here at Trust Family Auto Sales, we do our due diligence prior to showing you the vehicle. We get it inspected. You test drive it. No one ever says this: you sold me a piece of... Well, come on, folks. We didn't sell you a piece of... Because on your test drive, if it was a piece of... Why were you so excited to buy it? We are humans, including yourself, and you're purchasing a machine. So always do your due diligence. We check them out to protect our reputation as a car dealer. You should have it checked out by a third party to protect your investment as well. And I always encourage and extend a warranty. We missed it, you missed it, your mechanic missed it. Be protected. Myth: used cars are sold because something's wrong with them. To be honest with you, as I always am, here at the car lot, absolutely. Every time that we're purchasing cars for the car lot, I go through a checkout. You can see those in my other videos. We hook up an OBD machine, I test drive them, I check them out, and yes, I always have this guard. My shield's always up here when I'm approaching a car. But because there's so many common characteristics with each car, that's what I approach first. If it's X this car, I'll look for X this first. If it passes the test, I start lowering my guard down. Because at the end of the day, these are people's trade-ins where they provoke to trade that vehicle in because they wanted something new and glamorous and it has more cup holders. Come on, you've probably done that also. So, busted or not, used cars are sold because something's wrong with them? Absolutely, but not always at all time. Thanks for tuning in to my Mythbuster episode. I hope you like my responses. If you did, give me a like, definitely subscribe. And now I'm reaching out to you. Do you have a myth that you would like exploited? What question do you have? Please message us, comment, and the next video might be directed right for you.